Hello, 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 and thank you for stopping by my channel. I so appreciate you. So, this is October, this is mid October, and in a little over 2 months, we would have entered into a new year, God's willing, of course. So, are you ready to take bold actions towards your financial freedom? Are you ready to up level your finances? Well, in this short video, I will give you four actionable steps towards financial freedom that you can move forward, and some things that you can do today. So stay till the end because I will share with you my library, the books that I read that has helped me mentally, right? If you follow me, you know I talk a lot about limited thinking and toxic beliefs, more than one. Maybe you just have one toxic belief, but they're toxic beliefs that we've been taught in our culture, in our faith, career, and they stuck. And I want to help you shake them loose. I promise you, like, I didn't see movement in my finances. Well, correction, I saw movements. So there was ups and downs and ups and downs. I was on the hill and in the valley, on the hill for a couple of years, in the valley. So this constant, you know, just wave up and down. But when I finally got a hold of it, it happened in my mind. It really did. It happened in my mind when I was able to shake off limited thinking about finances and toxic beliefs that I learned. And I hope this video can help you. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. And I hope what I share will help somebody else. So please, if you like it, do share. Like the video, share if you like the content. If you're new to this channel, my name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik. And on this channel, we talk about personal finances. That is, how to make extra money, how to create and develop multiple streams of income, and how to increase your wealth. So yes, this channel is about growth. This channel is about helping you. So welcome to the Roll With It show. This is how we roll. Okay, so 4 things I feel that will help you up level your finances and take actions to financial freedom. Number 1, spend less, make more. Spend less. So whatever your income is per month, or whatever your family income is per month, spend less than you make. I will encourage you to spend 70 or 80% of your income, so you have the addition to do something else with. You cannot create financial freedom, much less wealth. You cannot create financial freedom if you do not have enough money or if you are in debt. So spend less than you make. Number 1, spend less than you make. Number 2, get more money. Okay, so that might be hard. You might be saying, Paulette, listen, I am paycheck to paycheck. I am paycheck to mouth and it's over. Listen, I got you. I understand. Been there, done that. And right now in the year that I'm recording this, the percentile of Americans, even couples that are living paycheck to paycheck, to me, it's unfathomable. It's insane. But this is a reality that so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. But listen, we're not going to allow our circumstances. We're not going to stay where we are. Let's get creative by monetizing. What's that one extra thing you can do this week or within 30 days so you can get more money, right? Number 2 is get more money. What can you do? Can you babysit, dog sit, read, tutor? All of you with your bachelor's degree, there are foreign countries that will hire you today to help with English. And I wasn't trying to get into all these tips because I wrote about these things in my new book. So you have a bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter what it's in. There are countries that are begging for people to teach English to their students. And you can do it online. So number 1, You want to spend less than you make. Number 2, get more money. Okay? Number 3, you want to get your money back from the government. I tell you, you know that entity, IRS. So the IRS insists on taking our money, people. But we can't get away from it. You choose to live here, then what? You have to pay your taxes. So you'll die and you'll pay taxes. That's a given. But the cool thing is there are legal ways for every single tax-paying Americans to get money back. So what we need to do is learn how. You might say, Paulette, how? I'm so glad you asked. So I'll give you a little bit of some little tidbits. Again, stay till the end. Stay till the end. We'll talk about the tidbits of how you can get your money back in taxes. But one major way that you can do that is to start a home-based business. That's what I did. It's just incredible. And we'll talk, stay till the end, because I'll kind of give you a list at least of how you can get your money back from the IRS and just put money in your pocket. You have to pay it, but get it back and get a refund. Get a refund or level your money out, zero it out every time. So we'll talk about that. But before number 4, I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 4, tap into your culture. Tap into your culture and how you can make money in your culture. Now, how do I say? I can talk as a Black woman. Sometimes one of the things that goes around in our circle as business owners, even recently I was on a panel, and the main thing that came up is like, oh, Black people don't support Black businesses. Well, listen, we ought to start supporting Black businesses. Black people support Black businesses. Every culture support your people. It's just so important to do that. But let me tell you something. The Black people will support Black businesses when they tap into the culture of it. Every Black business is not for the Black person. So you might say, well, they don't support my business. Culturally, a business might not be for them just yet. But number 4, tap into your culture. I mean, let your people see you. I'm just saying Black. This is not a Black thing. If you're white, if you are or Caucasian, I should say, or if you are Latino or Native Indian, just tap into your culture and find out the need in that culture and find out how your business can tie in with the need. That's how you can make money. That's how you can really take actionable steps to financial freedom. So again, number 1, spend less than you make. Number 2, get more money. Number 3, get money back from Uncle Sam and the IRS. Number 4, tap into your culture and find ways that you can make headway to just make money within the culture. And this might be aside from the business. This might be piled onto the business. Just be creative and find out, because the truth is, we do like to see ourselves and we do want what we have as a culture. Cultures follow the culture, period. Now, here are some books that I have in my library that has helped me to, I would say, let go of limited beliefs, toxic thinking, which really started my journey to financial freedom. Or I should say the consistency of having financial freedom. It started with my mind. Just believing it, knowing it, and being consistent, if you will. So if you see back here, you can't see all of it, but this is that little table is where I display some of my books. I do not have a library anymore. I had an extensive library. I don't know why, because I read the same books over and over again. But this is where you would see books that are either biblical leadership based, or financial based. That's what's in my office, period. I don't have time for much more in my office, because if I'm sitting out here, I'm waiting for someone in between meetings, or just want to myself empower me, I'm going to grab one of the books from that shelf or in this bin in front of me that you cannot see. Okay, these are the books that I use. I try to read them, and honestly, I speed read through them. But this is a book that I tackle every single year. And I mention it over and over again on this podcast, though I say the name wrong a lot. Okay, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Check it out. Stephen Covey. It's an old book. It's an old book. I even did a video on this. Get this book because habits create who you are. Habits create your character. So I had to get into the habits. I had to let go of some things and I created new habits. Okay, I'm going to do that next. This one is really, really cool. The Vow of Prosperity by Bishop Noel Jones. I don't know if you've ever read this one, but this is understanding the Bible way of prosperity and just tapping into the wisdom of Solomon. Oh, that's a good book. Okay, this one is an old but goodie. It's called The Wisdom Commentary, and this is by Mike Murdock. I don't know his title, Dr. Mike Murdock. I started this book years ago, and I picked it up maybe 5 years ago again, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. I need to start those habits again. The King's Decree. Listen, there are some little books that are really cool. The King's Decree. And this one, guys, is a must, right? Okay, I did not start out with the intention of promoting other books, but these are the books I use, and I hope maybe just one of them can help you. Doing Business by the Good Book. Doing Good Business by the Good Book. What's the good book? This is a good one, really. If you're in business, that is, and you hear I talk about one way to get incredible amount of taxes back is having a home-based business. And if you have a home-based business, you want to do business with integrity, the Good Book way. So wedged right in there, my list of books is the Bible, people. The Bible. Great tips on finances, even in investment and financial freedom. Check out the book of Proverbs. Solomon is still known as the wisest man who ever lived. He wrote that book. There are some Psalms, but the Proverbs is where I go for a lot of spiritual principles. And also, too, I just kind of follow the story, right? I look at the story of Samson, the story of David and Abraham and Moses. These people were wealthy. So what did they do? Simple principle. This book is, I don't know if this was a bestseller or not. Juanita Bynum, you don't hear much about her anymore. Juanita Bynum, she wrote a book about inheritance. And if you ever hear me talk about, when people come at me, because they do, Paula, why do you talk about money so much? It's not important. Christians don't need money. Yes, we do. The church is run. God uses money. Tithe is what we give today, right? We need money to tithe. So people come at me. I have to sometimes develop a thick skin and just not get offended. But one of the scriptures that I use is in Deuteronomy when it talks about, oh, Holy Spirit, help it not to go out of my head, that God will give us the power. God doesn't give us wealth, but he gives us the power, and this is a segue into the next book, the power to get wealth, right? Why? So that he can establish his laws and his decrees, we have inheritance, guys. We have multiple inheritance throughout the Bible. Financial inheritance is one of them. And I'm not talking about, just everybody needs to be rich. But financial freedom, truly simply defined, is having enough money to pay your bills and leftovers. So there's no stress. Like, oh, can I give? Can I go on vacation? Can I get my child the extra pair, not extra, but the pair of tennis shoes they want? Can my child go on a field trip? Can I take a missionary trip? Whatever you want to do. Financial freedom is you pay your bills and you have a buffer. You have a cushion, if you will, to fall on. So a good segue into this one is How Money Works for Women. I recently got this book and I read it on a plane, flying somewhere. I read it and it says take control or lose it, right? Stop being a sucker. Stop being a sucker for money. And they have a picture of a sucker. I'm not trying to curse, but that's really a lollipop and a stop sign. So how money works. I think it's a segue into talking about the Bible, understanding the principles from King Solomon, And Juanita Bynum's book about spiritual inheritance, when you understand the inheritance that's truly yours, that's hand me down, then it's important for you to understand how money works so that you can grow it. So that you can grow it, right? Having money makes no sense if you don't understand how it works, what to do with it, and how to grow it. And don't be a hater. How many of you know someone who inherited money? And I can call some names right now, but I don't want to. But you have the Hiltons, and you have all the hotel big names, the chains. They handed money down to their kids. Their kids didn't work for their money. Maybe they do now. They work within the company, but they were just born into money. Did the parents get upset for giving their kids money? No. It's like, it's the kids' inheritance. Parents work hard so they can pass it down. And I know responsible parents, you wait till kids become a certain age. You want to make sure they understand. You're not just handing them, but there's rules, stipulation, and all that stuff. But nevertheless, when parents move on, it's the child inheritance. We have that inheritance too. Making progress. This book is about business too, understanding business. This is my good friend, Pastor Clem out of London. I know him personally. This again is Mike. Oh no, it's not Mike Murdoch. Ooh, why did I think this was Mike Murdoch? The Power of Prayer and Prosperity. Ooh, sorry. Wrong author. Anyways, I'm not giving the name of most of these books. You can look it up. This is one I had back when. Oh, here we go. It says Smart Couples Finish Rich. If you are married, thinking about getting married, make sure that you guys do your finances as a couple here. Oh, this is hard with the light. It says Smart Couple Finish Rich. I love this one. You're dating? Talk about money. Why? Money is the number one cost for divorce. Talk about money. Talk about money. So now these two books are more business tactics, but I love them. Like The Art of Business, right? This talks about in the footstep of giants. Oh my gosh, I can go on forever. So The Art of Business is a great book. This is an older book as well, but I love it. In the footstep of giants. So if somebody's doing something successful, would you not want to just follow in their footsteps? Like, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Let's do what they do. In the footsteps of giants. This is a difficult read for me. I mean, like, seriously difficult. So I read this book, and I think I took a class, and this book was recommended. It's called The Art of War. Oh, bad lighting here. This book was recommended, so I got it. I read it. It like I burst brain vessels reading this book. And I don't think I understood it till like the third read. But thank God for Google. Thank God for YouTube. Like this YouTube channel. I got on there and I listened, and then somebody did an abridged version and a synopsis. Then I got it. But once I got it, I got it. Let me tell you something. Doing business in this way, it is just, well, to each his own. It's kind of shrewd. But nevertheless, the principles and the concept in this book has helped me do business the way I do business today. Well, if you know me, you probably know this is my favorite author because he was my mentor. And these are the books that I've read over and over again. Well, this one is not by Mark, but The Secret of a Millionaire Mind. I have, oh my, I wish, I'm trying to do the light thing. Not working. The Secret of a Millionaire Mind. This is by T. Herv. And talk about breaking those limited beliefs and toxic, limited thinking and toxic belief. Probably the number one book that did it. In fact, I took his courses. I read this book multiple times because I did not want to die just thinking foolishness that I've been taught. And what I did personally is I took strategies from here and I compared them to the Bible. What did the Bible have to say about it? Because, I don't want to go wayward and all that. But I lined up a lot of stuff and realized they paraphrase the Bible a lot. And they don't even give the Bible credit. So I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, that's in the Bible, that's in the Bible, that's in the Bible. Okay, here you go. My favorite of all times, 1 Minute Millionaire. I was actually a part of when this book was being written. Love the concept. This is by Robert Allen, Mark Victor Hansen. My all-time favorite, Multiple Streams of Income by Robert Allen. And this is the mentor I had for years who taught me to make money. And the way he taught me to make money is to have it coming in different ways. And if you know my story, I don't have time to tell it. It started with a dance, honestly. But it started in his workshop. It really did. It started with me taking classes with them and opening my mind to different ways to make money. So multiple streams of income is how I was able to create financial freedom. It wasn't just one job. It wasn't the dance studio that I had, the small dance studio or the dance company or the book, the first book that I wrote, or the conferences that took myself and my company around the world. It wasn't a job, the 9-to-5 job. It wasn't any of those things, but it was all of those things together. Oh, the speaking engagements, because I made quite a bit of money when people would have me come speak, but it wasn't a single one of those things. It was all of those things. And if you paid attention, you'll see that all of them were relevant. So it's not like somebody told me recently, I'm not a fan of multiple streams of income because people get frazzled and they can't do one thing well. But if you listen and you read my story, the way Mark taught me, the way Robert taught me was streamline it to one industry. So grab my book and read my story because it all started with a dance. And I tell you, again, we talk about getting more money. My book will help you. This is my book, My Journey to Financial Freedom with MSOI. Paulette, that means multiple streams of income by Paulette Rolle-Alesnik. See, that's me. That's me live and in living colors. No, live and in living colors. Photo right here. So this book will teach you how to make money. Different ways. Just pick one. You can just pick one or two or three. Don't want you to be scattered. Don't want you to be scattered, but want you to make money. And you find what works for you. Because I cannot do what some women do. Like some women braid hair, do lashes, do makeup, shampoo here. You see my hair? My hair always look a little bit wretched. Because I don't do hair. I don't even try to put on lashes the other day and I slept with one eye closed because I didn't know how to take it off. It's just not my thing. But I have two nieces that are into hair and makeup and gosh, even me, when I do decide to go to the salon, you're throwing out easy $200. So there's so much money in the beauty industry, right? But I will never make a dime in the beauty industry. It doesn't tug at my heart. I don't care about hair. I really don't. But there's so many ways. And I talk about it in this book. I share my story, starting with Robert Allen. I mentioned Robert Allen. And all of this started with a dance. So when I was able to transition from being in the arts, performing arts instructor, teaching at David A. Strauss Performing Arts Center, I had this aha moment that I did have multiple streams of income and I can help women. All I have to do is I don't want to say follow in the foot of giants like that book, but hey, just follow what I did. The strategies are in this book. And at the end, my financial advisor lays it out. Like plain and simple, actionable steps of how you can invest your money, how you can grow when you get there. Right? So let me recap really quickly. If you want to up-level your finances and become financially free, number one, spend less. If you only make what, let's say $5,000 a month, you can't spend 5,500. Oh, it's only $500. But it puts you in a deficit every single month. And it just goes back and back. I mean, it goes lower and lower, and you're just going to rob Peter to pay Paul. Not to mention you're going to pull your hair out and probably give yourself a stroke. You cannot spend on what you're going to make, what you think is coming in. Spend less than what you make every time. Number 2, get more money. I'm going to be selfish since I use this one. But honestly, you have to start with your mind first. Above my book, I would say, no joke. No joke, no joke. This was all the way at the beginning. I got so many books here. Get more money? Right here. The 7 Habits of Effective People. When you create good habits, you will make money. And when you get rid of your mentality, you will make money. So number 3 is getting money back from taxes. Number 4, working with your culture. Now, I did promise you to talk about how you can get money back from taxes, and I meant that. I'm not going to go into details because there are a lot of books. In fact, there are a couple of videos on this channel that you can that goes into details, right? However, my number one tip would be start a home-based business. It's so easy. You need an LLC. You need to speak with somebody that's not necessarily a CPA, but somebody who understands taxes, and they'll tell you what you need. Basically, an LLC, you take a room in your house like I did this. Well, wherever I work from gets written off, right? So you do that. You need to learn from someone who's a tax professional what all you can write off. There's a lot. There's like a list, right? When you donate something, no matter what it is, get a slip so you can get money back in taxes. Your donation, you get money back from that. Like right now, this is the hurricane season, and we've just had 2 major hurricanes that kind of swept and level. Thank God, no, not level, but it would have been just 20 miles north, they said. Like Tampa Bay would have been floating. We've been giving and giving and giving, and you know what? Yes, we want to give from our heart. Everybody is advertising and texting you, and we are giving. How many of us got receipts for what we give? All it takes is probably maybe 30 minutes and look through what you're giving and just create a value for that and make a note of it. So when you do donate to these organizations, they're going to say, what's the value of your donation? You have that receipt. You have that receipt to use for taxes. So there's like I said, ways to get money back. You can have your children work for you. Hey, bet you didn't know that. Have your children work for you so you can write off the things you purchased for them. Oh, your child wants a phone, or they need clothing or glasses, or they're on social media, your social media accounts. Oh, we don't pay for those. But anything we do with your child is doing things for you, so you can write that off. It's just cool. It's just cool. So I hope this helped you. And again, like I said, this is mid-October. And in just less than 2.5 months, we're going to be rolling in a new year. Another year. I hope that you're ready. If there's anything I can do to help you get more ready for the new year, you can reach out to me directly, put a comment in the chat, do it privately, whatever works for you. We're here to help each other. Sincerely, I want to be a force, a global force for financial empowerment for women by teaching them the intricacies of how money works. How money works. When we understand how something works, it helps. And teaching them bold, actionable steps to financial freedom. That's my goal for life now. So thank you for stopping by my channel. It has been just wonderful sharing this. I went longer than I wanted to, but thanks again. Please subscribe, please like, please share. Bye now.